This program is presented by Bank of Commerce, an affiliate of San Miguel Corporation.
Government troops retake one of 3 bridges in Marawi that Maute terrorists held since day one of the crisis, but that victory was preceded by a bloody Thursday. 3 soldiers dead, 52 wounded, and some of them critical. Our Rex Remigio has the very latest from Marawi. Tell us, Rex, what's going on?
There was a pause in the military offensive in Marawi this morning to show respect to Muslims on Eid'l Adha. But after the pause, airstrikes continue in the war zone this afternoon. The military is expecting more enemy resistance as they prepare for a final assault. But this also means there may be more casualties, just like what happened yesterday. The eve of Eid'l Adha, or Feast of the Sacrifice, celebrated by Filipino Muslims in Marawi, is one of the bloodiest days since the war broke out more than 3 months ago. 3 soldiers were killed while 52 others wounded on Thursday due to bombs planted by Maute fighters.
Nakita natin na halos lahat ng mga avenues are being planted with IED.
This is the price the military has to pay to retake the strategic Bayabao Bridge, commonly known as Bangolo Bridge. It is one of Marawi's 3 major bridges. Whoever takes control of these has the advantage in the war.
Yun ang pinakamalapit na bridge upfront dito sa control area. And this signifies yung major control na natin sa area.
With the recapture of Bangolo Bridge, food supplies, ammunition, and additional troops can move faster into the war zone. Government forces are trying to seize remaining Maute strongholds like the Bato Ali Mosque. The bridges of Baloi, also known as Mapandi Bridge, and Bangolo Bridge are now under government's hands. But there is still one remaining bridge controlled by the Maute fighters, the Mashu Bridge, commonly known as Raya Madaya Bridge. The military is confident they can liberate the Islamic city before October.
Basta it will not anymore take months. It will take only a few weeks.
Despite the security threats, thousands of Marawi residents gathered at Mindanao State University grounds to celebrate Eid'l Adha.
It is somewhat emotional because of what happened in Marawi. Unlike before that there was no war in this place.
But at the outskirts of Marawi are the most affected by the war, the evacuees or so-called bakwits.
Konting salo-salo kahit kami lang mga bakwit dito. Kami lang magsiselebrate dito. Kaya lang walang handa talaga.
Evacuee Rohanya Abdul Rahman says this year's celebration is different from the previous year. In fact, they cannot celebrate at all even if they wanted.
Malungkot ngayon talaga. Kasi parang hindi ka mapag-isip ng mabuti kasi natatakot ka.
All they wish is not only for the war to end, but for the government to help them get back on their feet, inshallah, if God wills. The military estimates only 45 Maute fighters remain in the main battle area, but the military did not discount the possibility of enemy reinforcement through a sophisticated tunnel system. But this doesn't mean that the enemy is putting up a good resistance, and the attack was well planned. That's why the war is taking this long. Tia.
Rex, hindi ba ang naririnig natin minsan humihina na raw ang Maute, pakonti sila ng pangkonti, they're weakening day by day. But why is it? Can you tell us the explanation? Bakit tumataas ang casualty count? Although tatlo lang naman, tatlo yung patay, pero 52 wounded. Bakit ganoon?
Well, according to Galvez, the Maute fighters are giving up all they've got and they're ready to die. Handa silang mamatay dahil nga dun sa kanilang paniniwala. But Galvez also adds that it doesn't mean that the enemy is putting up a good resistance against the government troops. And I would just like to add that the military cannot confirm if there's an officer killed during yesterday's clashes, but at least 3 officers were wounded. Pia.
Rex Remigio reporting live from Marawi.